The year is 1944. You are a Polish soldier fighting in the Italian campaign of World War II. Your unit has just taken part in one of the largest amphibious assaults in history, and now you are resting at a military camp near the front lines. In the distance, the snow-capped peaks of the Apennines rise majestically into the sky, but the beautiful scenery does little to lift your spirits. The brutal reality of war is all too present in the faces of your comrades, many of whom have seen their numbers dwindle after the fierce battles of Anzio. Suddenly, a commotion breaks out at the edge of the camp. A large brown bear emerges from the trees, followed closely by a group of soldiers. Among them, you recognize Captain Smirkalski, the commander of your company. He approaches you with a wide grin on his face. "Did we get any reinforcements?" you ask, hoping for more manpower to bolster your ranks. Instead, the captain reaches out and strokes the bear's back. "This is our new reinforcement," he announces proudly. "His name is Wojtek, and he will be joining us in the fight against the Germans." At first, this seems like a joke, but as Wojtek ambles closer, it becomes clear that this is no laughing matter. What is a bear doing in a World War II battlefield? This seemingly outlandish sight was actually a reality during the war when animals played an unexpected role on the battlefields. From dogs and pigeons to camels and even elephants, creatures great and small made significant contributions to the war effort. So how did these furry friends end up in the middle of a war zone? What roles did they play, and what impact did they have on the outcome of the conflict? Join us as we explore the surprising and heartwarming story of how animals became an integral part of the battlefield experience during World War II. Back in the military camp, the soldiers are making a fuss over Wojtek, who is busy eating some apples that were given to him. Despite the skepticism in their eyes, the soldiers quickly warm up to the bear. As soon as they realize that he is friendly, Wojtek quickly becomes a favorite among the men, who see him as a mascot, bringing good luck to the unit. Captain Smirkalski explains that Wojtek was found wandering in the streets of a captured village. He had been wounded in the leg, and when the soldiers tried to approach him, he ran away. Eventually, they managed to coax him out of his hiding place using food and brought him back to the safety of the camp. Meanwhile, you notice a pair of curious eyes observing you from the tree line. A young girl has climbed up a tree to get a closer look at the bear, and she doesn't seem to be afraid at all. Captain Smirkalski notices your gaze lingering on her and explains that this is Zora, the daughter of a peasant family who lived in the village where Wojtek was found. She's been following the Polish soldiers ever since they liberated her town from the Germans, hoping to reunite with her father, who is serving in an anti-partisan unit. As the sun begins to set, casting long shadows across the camp, you find yourself growing fond of the little girl and her unlikely companion. The soldiers gather around a makeshift fire, sharing stories and jokes as the warmth of the flames drives away the evening chill. Suddenly, a loud crack echoes through the valley and the sound of heavy boots on the ground approaches quickly. Before anyone can react, a group of German soldiers led by a burly sergeant storms into the clearing. They are looking for stragglers and deserters, and they don't care who they question or how they treat them. The soldiers of the camp stand up, hands raised in surrender, while the captain calmly orders Wojtek to sit down and stay. The German sergeant approaches the bear cautiously, but Wojtek growls softly, showing his sharp teeth and flashing his claws. The sergeant hesitates for a moment, unsure how to react, but then barks orders at his men to surround the bear and capture it. The soldiers move in, but before they can lay a hand on Wojtek, the captain steps in front of him, blocking their path. He knows that if they harm Wojtek, they will have to deal with the entire Polish unit, who have stood up to defend their furry friend. The standoff continues with tension mounting until the sergeant eventually gives up and orders his men to retreat. Once they are gone, the soldiers erupt in cheers, praising the bravery of both the captain and the bear. As the night deepens, the danger passes, and the Polish soldiers settle back down around the fire, feeling grateful for the support of their unusual allies. The bond between the men and the animals deepens, creating a sense of camaraderie and loyalty that transcends species and conflict. Together, they face whatever challenges may come their way, knowing that they have each other's backs and that even in the darkest of times, hope and friendship can endure. During the war, animals suffered immensely from the conflicts and natural disasters that ravaged the world. However, amidst the destruction and despair, there were some heartwarming examples of humanity towards animals. One such instance occurred in December 1944, when a group of Polish soldiers came across a wounded bear in the forest near Monte Cassino. Touched by the creature's plight, the soldiers took it back to their base and cared for it until it recovered. The bear quickly became a beloved member of the unit, participating in daily activities and even accompanying the soldiers on missions. This unusual addition to the team provided much-needed levity and boosted morale during the tough battles ahead. One day, the soldiers were faced with a difficult task: transporting heavy crates of ammunition to the front lines. Normally, this would be a tedious and laborious task, but with Wojtek's help, the workload was significantly reduced. The bear proved to be a strong and efficient worker, carrying several crates at once and navigating the rugged terrain with ease. This not only impressed the soldiers, but also earned Wojtek a reputation as a skilled worker. His strength and determination were an inspiration to the men who relied on him to help them carry out their mission. The soldiers quickly learned to appreciate Wojtek's unique abilities and incorporated him into their team, relying on his strength and stamina to help them complete their objectives. They developed a deep bond with the bear, respecting his intelligence and understanding his needs. Together, they faced the challenges of war, finding solace and strength in their unusual friendship. As the war raged on, the soldiers and Wojtek continued to fight side by side, facing danger and hardship together. The bear's presence brought a sense of hope and camaraderie to the unit, reminding them of the beauty and innocence of life that was worth fighting for. Through it all, Wojtek remained loyal and steadfast, proving to be a true testament to the power of friendship and the resilience of the human spirit. After the war, Wojtek continued to live with the soldiers, traveling with them as they moved from one location to another. In 1947, when the decision was made to return to Poland, the soldiers knew that Wojtek would not survive the journey. At that point, they made the heartbreaking decision to leave him behind in Italy. Wojtek spent his remaining years at a zoo in Florence, where he became a beloved attraction for visitors from all over the world. Despite his tragic end, Wojtek's legacy lived on in the hearts and minds of those who had served with him. The story of the brave bear who fought alongside Polish soldiers during World War II became a symbol of courage, loyalty, and the enduring bond between humans and animals. Even decades after the war, people still remember Wojtek and the important role he played in helping the Polish soldiers achieve victory. His memory serves as a reminder that sometimes the most unlikely of heroes can come from the most unexpected of sources. The next time you hear about the horrors of World War II, take a moment to think about the furry friends who were also impacted by the conflict. From the heroic pigeons to the loyal dogs, these animals played a vital role in the outcome of the war. And though their contributions may have gone unnoticed for years, we can now appreciate their bravery and dedication. So let us raise a paw to our animal heroes and remember their service in the fight for freedom and peace.